Stolas would be all alone. Stolas was in an unhappy marriage. He was forced to be married, arranged married, since he was a prince of hell. He hated it. And the only person that could save him, Blitz, he pushed away because he thought Blitz didn't care about him. He thought that he just wanted him for the book to allow him to go to Earth. As Stolas would start to sing a song, "Now That You're Gone," as he would start to think about everything, but then he stopped singing as he completely started to stare at the wall. As Stolas would pull out a weapon, he would then look at himself in the mirror, and he would continue to stare for hours on end until he would go through with it. A loud noise was heard from his house, but no one came to see him. Until a week later, it was Octavia's turn to visit him. Octavia didn't like Stolas anymore. He was always out with Blitz, didn't spend much attention to her. As she knocked on the door, Stolas didn't answer. She would then run in, as she would start to yell at her father for not being there, but then she would see him laying down on the floor. As then, Octavia would begin to cry. Octavia couldn't believe it, as her dad was gone. She was mad at him. She felt like he abandoned her, but it couldn't be. This wouldn't have happened. Octavia ran out the door and began to bawl her eyes out as she continued to cry and just lay there. She didn't do anything. She didn't tell anyone for hours. She just laid still in shock. Octavia didn't really know what to do. She just laid there for hours and hours until eventually she got up. As Octavia got up, she would then go to Stella's house. As Stella would open the door, her mom, and say, "What took you so effing long? Did you see that little man? Was he with that imp again?" Octavia would say, he's no more. Stella would say, "What?" As Octavia would tell her what happened, Stella would then look at her shocked. As Stella would then say, "That's effing great." As Octavia would say, "Wait, did you not hear me, Dad?" As suddenly Stella would run in and start to cheer from joy. As Stella would start to yell, he's gone, he's finally gone." As then Octavia would start to shake from anger. As then Octavia would run out. As then she would start to go towards something. She would go towards Blitz's office. As Octavia burst in the door, she said, "What did you do?" As Blitz would say, "I was having a meeting, little effer, and because I don't work for your father anymore, I don't really care about." Octavia would say, "My father's gone because of you." As Blitz would say, "What are you talking about?" As Octavia would scream out the words of what happened. Blitz was shocked, as everyone was. As Octavia continued to yell at him, Blitz had nothing but silence in his ear. Blitz couldn't hear anything. All Blitz could see was the past. Blitz would look at Stolas, thinking of everything. What has Blitz done? Blitz ruined it all. Blitz, it was all his fault. He would then sit down and look at the floor, staring silently, not moving or saying a single word. As they would ask him if he was okay, he wouldn't say it all. He just used him for the book. He never cared about him. That's what he thought as he cried and cried and cried. Octavia would eventually leave, as Blitz would sit in that chair for hours and hours, not moving. As then Moxie and Millie would slowly walk up to him, as Moxie would say, "Hey, Blitz, sir, can we?" Blitz would say, "Do what you want, Moxie." As then he would throw him the crystal. "Go ahead, you're a better leader than me anyway. Take care of things while I'm gone." "But sir, we need you to." He would then walk away. As Blitz left, Moxie and Millie would take over the business for a while. As months would pass, as Blitz was in pure depression, he wouldn't even get out of bed. He would barely do anything. He would barely eat. As one day Luna would open the door and say, "Dad, you stink like H." As Blitz would say, "Whatever." As then Luna would sigh and say, "Dad, snap out of it." As then she would pull him out of the bed. Say, "What do you want? It's my fault." Luna would say, "It's not your fault.
You've been stuck in bed for months. All you can do is lay and turn and just complain all day. But guess what? He wouldn't want you to act like this. He liked you, damn it. And guess what? I am gonna make sure that you're happy. Blitz would say, I can't be happy, after Luna would say, try it. Now take a shower and actually go to work. Blitz would sigh and nod as he took a shower and then actually got out of the house. I mean, it wasn't much, but it was big progress for him. As that was going on, we cut to Octavia. Stella was so happy that he was no more, and now she can go throughout her plan and simply raise Octavia. However, Octavia didn't like this. Octavia didn't like hearing bad things about her dad every day. Sure, she wasn't on the best terms with him, but he's no more, and she talks about him all the time negatively. This would make her angrier and angrier until eventually she would decide to run away.
Daughter of a rich family running away because her life is too hard. Sounds hard to imagine, but when your father is no more, and your mother only laughs and complains about him and yells and screams, it seems pretty obvious why she would want to get out. She thought about running to Luna, but she couldn't live with Blitz. She despised him after everything, and even if she wanted to, her mother would find her. So she stole some money and rented an apartment as she looked for a job. It wouldn't be easy, but she would find something with her magic. As Octavia was living on her own, Blitz was trying to move on, but each day was hard. Each day was rough. How do you deal with a loved one no longer with us? How do you deal with a loved one going away by themselves? It's not easy. But each day, he would slowly smile bit by bit, more by more. Blitz would then walk up to Moxie and Millie, and Blitz would say, I think I want my job back as boss, so I'm going to take it. Moxie would say, actually, the business has been doing a lot better with me as boss, so maybe, as then suddenly Millie would push him to the ground and say, that's great! As then, Moxie would then growl a bit, as Blitz became boss again. As more time passed, things would start to heal up. Of course, there would always be a wound in his heart. But he started to smile again, as he was his old self again. He would never forget Stolas, but he just had to move on. As one day, we cut to Blitz, who would be next to Stolas' grave. So would Octavia. As Octavia would say, goodbye, Dad. I'm sorry I blamed you for everything. I know it wasn't all your fault. Still wish you were there for me more. As he would wait for Octavia to walk away, Blitz would get down and say, sorry I didn't react how you wanted me to. If I reacted a little better, just maybe, you wouldn't be in this predicament, Blitz would say as he looked to the ground. Blitz would get up. He would hear, I forgive you, as he looked and saw Stolas. But then Stolas disappeared. As he wasn't there anymore, Blitz would then smile and say, I guess I'm just seeing things, as he'd go on through his day. That's the lesson with grief. You never truly heal. It's like a scar. It will always be there, but it will wield. It will lessen. It will shrink. But deep down, it will always be a part of you. And that's the thing with life. You never know what will happen. You never know the tragedies you'll face. But they'll always be a part of you. That doesn't mean you have to let them define you. As Blitz would continue his work, he would learn something. As one day he was working, Moxie and Millie would tell him. Moxie would say, I got good news, my wife is pregnant. As Blitz would then look and say, that's wonderful, as he would hug them both. You're not going to yell or cuss? No. That was the old me. I'm different now. I'm happy. As they would all smile, Blitz would look at a photo of Stolas and say, goodbye. And that's going to leave things off. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with all your friends. Now, you might be wondering what the heck this is. Well, there was a fan-made video, like a little creepypasta. One of the characters, well, it's like Squidward's, I can't say the word, but yeah. It's basically like that, but with Stolas. And it recently blew up and got 700,000 views with only like 3 days. So I was like, that's pretty good. So I thought, hey, maybe I would make a what if about that. What if it was canon? But of course, I thought about making it creepy and stuff like that. And it kind of was at the beginning. But I wanted to make it more about loss and dealing with loved ones you lose. Because to make this video relatable, we're all gonna lose a loved one. Well, we'll lose all of them until,
we lose ourselves. That's just how life works. It doesn't last forever. Kind of sucks, but hey. Actually, it probably wouldn't suck, because imagine just living forever in the vacuum of space, floating off in the middle of nowhere because you live forever. Yeah, being immortal would suck, but it would have its perks. Would you guys be immortal if you could? Let me know in the comments below. If you could be immortal right now, no strings attached, would you do it? Well, the only string is you have to watch everyone you love slowly fade away and stuff. So yeah, if you could become immortal, would you become immortal? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you really enjoyed this video, because I did. It really was really special to me, because it talked more about, it was less about actions and more about dealing with loss and dealing with people no longer in your life and things like that. I bet you didn't expect that from a short creepypasta, but hey, we are where we are, I guess. I don't know what to title it. Well, there's many titles I could title this video, and if you're watching it, you know what I titled it, but yeah. Some ideas YouTube won't really like, so I'm not gonna title it that. I thought about titling it just, like the Squidward one, Squidward's, but with Stolas, but I was like, nope, I can't do that. I 100% can't do that, so I didn't. I even thought about putting like little stars on it, so like it wouldn't, but even then it was like, that's too risky. I'll just not do that, but yeah. How are you all doing? Let me know in the comments below. Also, I'd like you all to comment down below what story really messed you up. Like, what's a fan-made creepypasta or a scary story that really messed you up as a kid? Or messed you up as an adult? There's some stuff that even creeps me out when I'm grown up. I'm grown up, I don't, sometimes I'm by myself all night. I'm by myself a lot sometimes. So yeah, being by yourself, you're supposed to be this adult, not be scared of anything at dark. But let's be honest, sometimes when we're watching a scary story at 3 a.m. and it's dark as crap outside, we get scared. At least I do. And if you don't get scared, then you're a liar. Because I know you get scared, you darn liar, pants on fire. Anyway, I better stop rambling. Love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching me. You mean the world to me. Peace out.